We are back on the Subaru, you guys. So yesterday I made a trip down to Extreme Turbo Systems. We picked up one of their front mount intercoolers, and I also purchased their lower intake piping for a GD. Now in theory, it should fit on this relatively closely. I'm not saying it'll fit 100% spot on, but it should fit fairly close. It will help with knocking out a lot of the fab time that we're gonna have to do, so I don't have to make that lower charge piping. Now, somebody asked in the last video, yes, I still do have the other intercooler core down there. The mounting tabs are in a very different location, and I just cannot get them to fit well. So the goal for today is to get the intercooler on, get the piping in. I got some other fab stuff here that we're gonna probably toss on. I have to make an oil line. We got the fitting for the fuel line. I got a couple connectors from iWire, so we can also program in and calibrate our throttle body, as well as a couple other smaller things. So the bumper is definitely gonna need some trimming to fit this intercooler. We're probably gonna have to modify the chassis for 2 mounting points for it to be able to bolt up to it, but I don't think it'll be too bad. So let's just start off. Let's get our front bumper off. Let's get our front mount mocked up on there and see if we can get this piping and everything to kind of sit where it needs to. Just kind of set out the way. In theory, this might sit too low, which it definitely looks like it is. I'm gonna have to cut off this tab right here, and we're gonna have to re-weld that on. So we're gonna have to change the angle and kind of change where it sits, probably shorten it because I need this to come up more. I don't even know how I'm gonna fit this into the bumper. Why is this so difficult to find a front mount that fits on these cars, dude? And technically, that would work right where it's at, to be honest. There would definitely still be some trimming to be done, but the top of the bumper would sit on top of the intercooler. Honestly, the Perrin one might actually fit better. It might just need some mounting tabs. So the Perrin one is 9.5 inches tall, whereas the ETS one is 11.5 inches tall. Honestly, the Perrin one might be the route to go here. I just don't love, I mean, it's already coated. We might just go with this one. To be honest, trying to find a front mount that fits these cars well is not an easy task, if you ask me, dude. Cut off this tab. I think we'll get the car up in the air, and I think at that point we're just gonna weld on some aluminum brackets on the bottom and send it, to be honest. I might try to do one from here to here also, we'll see. Intercooler cores still absolutely kick my butt to try to weld on. I did get it to stick to it, just not very well. So I've got a buddy who's coming over to help me weld tabs and get everything kind of set up on this. He's the same guy that helped me repair the battery tray in this car. So I'll let the professional weld on this stuff, and I will stick to what I am good at. So we got my buddy Casey here. He is the one who actually welded the battery tray back up on this car, because if you guys remember back then, it was super rusty, falling out and whatnot. So he is a far superior welder than I am. I am amateur at best. So he's gonna get the machine dialed in for him onto that piece there, that material, and then kind of get it set up here. We have a front mount actually bolted to the car now. So I didn't film much of it just because it was kind of a pain in the butt to weld with my welder. I need to turn the gas off, shit. Okay, so it was kind of a pain in the butt to weld with my welder because I'm gonna be honest, it's not the greatest for thick aluminum like this, but we got it to work. So we have the bracket right in the middle that's holding it to the upper piece. That's just kind of to locate it. And then down below, we've got a tab right there, and then we've got another tab over there, and both of those are secured to the chassis with some M8 by 1.25 bolts and a riv nut. This portion is going to have to get cut off on the front, which we'll do that in a minute. So both of these front anchors are gonna get cut off. We still have the rear anchors, and those actually still line up perfect with the holes that I have in the chassis right there. So that way we can actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of securement for this front mount. So we're gonna go ahead and take this thing back off real quick. I want to get the oil cooler back in to see if our oil cooler will still fit. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it will, but we're gonna find out. We're just gonna check it real quick. These guys will slide under. Yeah, no, what if I put a spacer there? Or a really long 12? No. I need the oil cooler to sit back more. Okay, so the oil cooler is, I either need to use this thinner core or put it in a different spot. That's awesome right there. I can't tell you guys, dude, I was stressing this whole front mount intercooler thing. Once it's coated, it'll look great. It does look a little rough around the edges right now with the welding that we're doing on it and everything, but once it's all coated, man, I think it's gonna look phenomenal. And like I said, it still gives me the ability to run these back ones too, if I do feel like it needs more strength, but dude, that feels plenty strong right there. Oh, front mount is sorted, dude. Now that we have our front mount fitted, we need to get the bumper to fit, this is one thing I have personally been stressing. I already see a couple cut lines I'm going to make on the bumper. So let me show you guys real quick, and I guess let's just get into cutting. Since it is a fiberglass bumper, I am gonna wear a respirator if you're ever cutting fiberglass or doing anything like that. Gloves, respirator, hoodie, something to keep fiberglass from getting onto your skin because it will irritate, and your face, it will irritate your skin, especially if you have more sensitive skin. I'm not calling any of you guys wussies, but I'm saying fiberglass will take out some mucho macho people. So, this will be fun. Triangle portion is gonna get cut out here on both sides. I'm sorry, I know the lighting is terrible right now. So these pieces are gonna get cut out, and then we'll test fit, kind of see how much of this bottom portion we're gonna have to trim out. But this, I don't enjoy doing this to fiberglass. I'm gonna have to bring that in quite a bit. Honestly, it seems like we're getting pretty close. Oh, no, don't fall. Hey, come here. After a lot of trimming, our bumper and front mount fit. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of cutting that you have to do to this bumper to make it fit, but it can fit with a front mount rather nicely. So I took my time cutting this so that way I didn't cut away too much of the front bumper in this area here. So that way it would hug the front mount rather nicely. And I'm gonna put a piece of trim here to kind of weather seal it up to the front mount, but that is so nice to see that we have a proper front mount on this car with the bumper fitting. On the bottom side, you guys can see the tabs we made. These, dude, like I was mentioning earlier, it was just so hard to weld on this thing. All of this is gonna get ground down before it gets coated, so it's a nice, smooth transition. But we've got one tab here holding the intercooler up, one here holding it up, and I just put riv nuts there. All of this will get secured up later. I'm not too worried about that right now. For intercooler piping, the ETS one will almost fit through there and then wrap up through that hole there. On this side, I don't quite know how I'm gonna do the piping yet because it's gonna have to come out through here and then somehow get up into the engine bay past this. Normally I'd have it kind of cut out through this spot here, but we don't have that as an option. Maybe cut all of this out here and then just have it run next to it and then kind of go up. I'm not entirely sure yet. That's a problem for later. Overall, super happy with the fitment of this front mount after we modified it. So it sits damn near flush with the lower radiator support too, so that way it's not sticking out from underneath of the bumper. So it sits, dude, it's perfect fit. The Perrin one is a perfect fit, but you just have to modify all of the mounting tabs to quite literally make it fit. Now that we have our front mount fitted, we're actually gonna jump to fully welding the downpipe and hopefully finishing that today. Melanie's being an absolute doll and running back to the house for me to go grab my pie cuts that showed up, so that way we can hopefully wrap up the downpipe. So I'm just gonna start trying to fully weld this thing out as much as I can. I'm gonna have to let it cool down and do its contraction and expansion. So it'll take me a little while. So I'm gonna put you guys on a time lapse for this and just toss in some headphones and get to welding. Downpipe for what we have done is all welded up. I will say my welds are getting way better. If you guys remember when I started welding, it was so bad. So I mean, come a long way. Not to say that I didn't make my mistakes. I blew a fat hole through right there, so I had to just jam a whole bunch of filler rod in there. It's strong. It's all fully back purged as well, so it doesn't matter. This is all getting Cerakoted anyway, so I'm not stressing it. But you know, that sucks. I felt like I was doing so good. Like pie cuts, I feel like I've gotten better on pie cuts. I'm definitely still not perfect. The bellow came out really nice. I just welded that up. So now that we've got this welded up, I do have my other pie cuts here. So let's go ahead and toss this thing back in the car. Hopefully try to finish this. I do not have much gas left, so I don't think I'm gonna fully be able to finish the downpipe, but if I can tack up the rear section, that'd be pretty neat. Test fit this thing. Why did I just do that? That's hot. Why did I just not think that was hot? So I've got the downpipe in, but I'm not digging the angle that it's shooting out at back here. So what I think I might do is make a cut there, put a pie, so that way it shoots the angle of the downpipe more back towards the car versus kind of at a 45. But I don't know, it's also pointing in the direction of where it's got to go. I don't know, maybe I'll leave it for now. I'll wait. I think I'll wait. But our downpipe is at least fabbed up. We've got the front mount mounted, the bumper trimmed, and the downpipe for the most part done. Where does that go? There's got to be an exhaust hanger somewhere over here that I'm not seeing. I don't think I have the exhaust hangers. Oh no, it's right there. Honestly, I think that maybe I'll leave the downpipe at the angle it's at. I think that kind of makes the most sense. Problem for future Tanner, not present Tanner. So with that, I think that's all I've got time for in this one, you guys, which not as much completed as I wanted. The front mount was a huge thing though for me because I was legitimately stressing so much about that front mount. I was looking at like RS front mount kits, I was looking at all this other shit, and nothing looked like it would work for our application. So huge shout out to Perrin for sending that intercooler over for us. We did kind of cannibalize it to make it work for what we're doing, but it got the job done and it does work. We have a 3.5 inch front mount intercooler with plenty of space behind the bumper to be able to run 2.5 inch piping. So with that, that's all I got for you guys on this one. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Go and hit that like button, turn to black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver, sight, and whatever color it turns for you. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you want to be, I'll put it in one of these corners. No idea which one quite yet, but with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. So peace out, homies. Woo!